Hey guys, welcome back. I appreciate you being here. Not another SEO guru. So today we're going to talk about what type of schema does Google actually care about? So you may have a situation where you know you have to start using schema, you understand a little bit about it, or you've had some other instruction or information that just leads you down the path to think, okay, I need to start utilizing this for my site. It seems to be one of those things that I should be using more of. People seem to be getting better results by doing so, and so on. But you may be in a situation where you're brand new to schema and you don't know what type of schema you should actually be using on your website. So a good place to keep in mind that I recommend always going back and checking for the latest information, criteria, different types of changes, etc., is the Google Search Central um, page. And it's specifically the one that talks about the different types of schema. So if you go to a Google search query, like for instance, like this, and you type in Google developers schema, you should see something in the initial results here. So you'll see introduction to structured data. You just click on that. You'll come into generally the right area, and under structured data, read through this if you haven't done that already, but it's under the feature guides. So the feature guides will detail the different types of schema that Google generally pays more attention to, but there's some in here which are in particular to like not only things we teach in our mastermind, but also different, very specific schemas for very particular applications. So one of them, as an example, is data set. That's something that is very powerful. I think I was probably the first one in the industry to release a very full, customized, robust data set schema template specific to RSS feeds. That backs up our other methodology with things like local search and other things I've taught in the past. But the bottom line here for right now is when you're trying to determine a course of action in terms of a starting point, familiarize yourself with this page and specifically things like local business, article, product, web page, video, that type of thing. Service as well is part of this ecosystem. Um, there are iterations and subtypes for many of these types of top level categories of schema. Like for instance, local business um, is a fairly generic bucket where you can utilize a much more specific version of local business, which is more specific to your particular client or your application. So for instance, you wouldn't use local business where you could instead use something like a medical practice or financial service or things like that. I'll go into more detail in terms of what to use, when and where. In fact, one of my next videos will be on the top 4 mistakes that I see when implementing schema and how you can avoid them and set yourself up for success much faster early on. But for now, in terms of an introduction on what type of schemas to familiarize yourself and pay attention to, a very good place to start is on the Google Search Central, the developers page, and just have a look through. A lot of these as well will guide you in terms of what can show up in search in the form of what's called a rich snippet. So that is usually a different type of enhancement, a different type of annotation or an addition to search results. So an easy example to that would be like reviews showing up as star ratings as part of like a companion search and things like that. But this is a good starting point, and it's something I wanted to go over. So I hope that helps. Please Please follow for more. I'm going to be going into much more detail. Thank you.